Hey everyone.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah, me too. Can't wait to hear all the demos.
Yeah,
Exciting stuff probably we'll listen to.
yeah. I think we have good demos on
Yeah,
the way.
hopefully.
Yeah,
I already see some guys in the chat that I know.
yeah,
Arlane, hey man.
yeah,
Um,
yeah. I've seen a lot of names that I know as well. So yeah, so the first one that we're gonna start with is Zenet. I told him it was the first one, so hopefully he's in the live. Otherwise, I'd say just let's go for it.
okay.
All right, this one I think we have a lot of ideas. So just like at the beginning, not mix mastered or stuff like that. So yeah, this one is an idea. Nice, nice. Knowing Zenit, it's nice because I think I can hear the progress. So just for that, it's good. Do you want to start or should I?
Okay, I'm just gonna start here.
All right.
First of all, I agree. It's still a nice demo, nice chords, nice melody. It's very
Yeah.
catchy. So general idea is cool. Obviously, it would be cool to have some vocals on the breaks or to make them a bit more interesting. Right now, they're obviously instrumental, but yeah, I think adding maybe a vocal, even if it's just like vocal chops or anything on top of the stuff that you already have, would help to make the breaks more interesting. Um, with the drops, I think they need some more work. I feel like they are quite high end heavy, if that makes sense. Like they have a lot of high end, I believe. I
Yeah.
feel like not sure if it's the right or some drums that you have. They're very present in the high frequency area, so maybe try to reduce those a bit. And then instead, I would like to hear the leads shine through a bit
Yeah.
more. I feel like they're a bit too much in the background, so maybe bring up the leads a bit to make the drop melody a bit more upfront in the mix to have the focus a bit more on the melody. But yeah, generally, it's a cool demo, and I definitely see a lot of potential in this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm the same. I think in terms of composition, the ideas, the melodies and stuff, the chords, they're really beautiful. There's a big potential for like a good emotional progressive house. But yeah, like you said, overall, I thought the mix can definitely be improved. I think I felt like everything was drowned. Like I think there's also a bit of too much reverb on everything, which I think gives this too much high, but then drowns the lead. So yeah, the leads definitely more needs to be the main element in the drop. Yeah, that's mainly what I felt. I think a bit more bass as well, which was missing. It'll give you some more power, and yeah, basically overall, the main thing.
One more thing that I have, I'm not quite sure if it's maybe the way I'm receiving the audio through Discord or anything.
Maybe
I don't know. Um, It could be, but to me it sounded very mono-ish. But I'm not sure if it's actually mono or if it's again if I just
No,
received the sound
I
of mono.
think that's the Discord, yeah. With
Okay,
the sound
okay,
going through a lot of things for you, yeah. Because no, I think mine was fine.
okay.
Yeah. Right, cool. Next up, heavy. That was some good big room.
Yeah, very heavy,
Yeah.
heavy track. A lot of energy in this one.
Yeah,
Really like it.
definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, really cool melody. I think it's catchy again. Um, it sounds. I think it sounds pretty good. Don't have a whole lot to say about this one. Maybe on the drop, I felt like you have some type of white noise downlifter thing. In the drop that was a bit too not aggressive, but a bit too upfront for my taste. I would like to hear maybe the leads a bit more upfront
Yeah.
instead. So maybe that's like one thing that could be fixed. But generally, I really like this one. Don't have a whole lot to say actually.
Yeah, I think actually I agree with one of the comments from Wary. Drop isn't big enough. I don't know. It felt to me. I don't know. Maybe it's like the bass. Maybe because of the sound you can't hear too much. But for me, it sounded very muddy and like very. Yeah, I think muddy is the name for the like the sub. But like I missed this more aggressive bass to give that power and energy, and to feel like the drop was bigger. I think as well the leading up to it is really cool, but I missed that big impact at the drop. Like the transition was too, like I missed the. Yeah, I feel like it could have a bit more tension and then bring the a bit more impact at the drop for more. Yeah, I think impact is the word I'm looking for. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, I think it's gonna be really really cool.
Yeah, generally really cool big room demo.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe of course with big room it's like I mean it's not only with big room, but generally maybe try to add something that makes the track stand out a bit more, because like that. Okay, it's a big room track. It's got the classic big room type of kit, the classic big room leads, but one thing that I'm
Yeah.
maybe missing is one sound
Like ear candy.
that makes it stand apart a bit from other tracks. It could be maybe just a nice vocal in the build up that makes it a bit more unique, or maybe I don't know if you do the second half of the track, maybe add a more unique second break to it, maybe where you have some I don't know drums that you normally wouldn't hear in a big room track. Maybe add some hip hop drums or whatever. I don't know. Just trying to be creative and add something to your track that makes it stand out a bit from other big room tracks.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right. Another idea by D. Fan, I think. Well, if possible, guys, don't use vocal placeholders from songs, just for me and my channel, but I'll just mute it. Nice.
I know it's taken a little while for this heart to heal. It's been broken so many times. I'm hoping for something real. I've been searching far and wide for a girl one of a kind. I've been running down this road a million miles wide. Real love, so I can hit restart. Real love and a good, good heart. Real love, so I can heal these scars. Oh, real love and a good, good heart. I'm looking for real love and a good, good heart. I'm looking for real love and a good, good heart. So I can hit restart.
All right, that's nice. Beautiful.
Really dope melody, yeah, really cool.
Yeah.
Very energetic again, very catchy again. You know, it's also the type of progressive house I really like.
Yeah.
The break is really cool with the vocal. Obviously, it's not original vocal, but
Yeah.
yeah, it sounds good like that. Again, like I can't really tell or can say anything about like stereo placing, but I felt like only listening to the mono signal, you had some type of plug, or it sounds almost like a guitar on the
Yeah.
break. That was maybe clashing a bit with the vocals, so maybe spread it out a bit more.
Yeah.
The plug, I'm not sure, but I can't really say anything about
That
that.
was my note as
Um,
well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, but what I noticed on the drop was that it could have more body. I feel like the kick could use more bass. It doesn't have a whole lot of bass. And what I also felt like was the sub that you have is very low. It's super low that you almost can't really hear it anymore. So maybe try to rather put it an octave higher and then make it louder. Maybe sidechain it more so that the kick has a bit more space. Or try to add a separate sub bass that plays an octave higher and then mix this one with the current one that you have. But overall, try to maybe get a bit more sub on the drop, I believe. So just give it a bit more power.
Yeah, in that area as well, I felt like maybe the kick as well could be better, like adding that top hand so that it pops more through the mix, because it felt not powerful enough. I don't know what you thought, but yeah, that's what I thought. And yeah, the guitar arp is really, really cool, but definitely clashing with the vocals. So I would maybe play with an EQ or add saturation, maybe put it back a bit more in the mix so that the vocals are the main thing and the arp is a nice little thing maybe on the sides. Yeah. otherwise agree with everything you said too.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, it's really nice, and I see people say they might have heard that demo already, so I hope it's not true. Because otherwise, please guys, don't do that. Alright, let's go next to another idea. That one's cool.
Yeah,
I
pretty
really
cool.
like the
Yeah,
little
very heavy
breaks.
track.
I like the little breaks in between. It's like surprising, and I think it's a good thing to do. Yeah, the idea is really cool. But yeah, I think I've seen as well in the chat about the leads. I think they could be more powerful, and I think a bit more reverb because they were quite dry. That will help them stand out. But yeah, I don't have too much to say about this one.
Yeah, and what I thought was maybe for the bass it could sound more interesting as well, not only leads but also
Yeah,
bass.
true, yeah.
It's you kind of got that some type of 808 or something playing throughout almost the entire track, I believe. Maybe you can try to add some nice aggressive mid basses to it. So something that's something that you hear a lot of in like stamped bass house tracks where you have a lot of sort of like glitches and sort of automations on the bass to make it really interesting. Maybe you could try to do something like that with your bass as well, so that you make it a bit more interesting, add a bit more variation. Because I feel like right now it was a bit static, not like it wasn't changing a lot. So maybe if you try to add some of that stuff, maybe a little bit of automation, I think that could make the track more interesting as well.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah, this one's gonna be great, I think.
Yeah.
All right.
It was a cool demo for sure.
Yeah. Okay, this one is a demo ready. Let's see.
Under pressure, no more time. Can we make a move? Overthinking, you and I. What do we have to lose? 'Cause I'm wasting all my time thinking of the things we could do, thinking of the things we could do. If you gave me one more sign, I could find a way to break through, a way to break through.
That one is sick.
Yeah, very sick.
Yeah.
Honestly, I don't really have anything to say about this one. I say it's very well produced. Not only that, the music idea it's very good as well.
Yeah.
I don't really have anything to say about this one, to be honest.
Yeah, it has. I think, like when you say big room is definitely not dead, I think it's nice because it's definitely a big room, but I feel like it has a couple elements that makes it stand out compared to the other ones, and I think it's great. Yeah, the idea is really cool. The vocals are really nice as well. I thought the sound design of the leads could be better. It felt a bit too synthetic, I think, if I could use that word, if that makes sense. And I think the leads were maybe too loud in the build-up as well, which I think if you just hint more at it, it will be more surprising at the drop. And then I think in the break, I found that the strings were too loud, and they were competing with the vocals, whereas the strings should be a bit less loud than the vocals. But like this is a minor detail. Otherwise, yeah, the idea is really, really cool. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool idea. One thing that I agree with the chat, like some people said that as well, is maybe try make it sound a bit less like Saber's. I feel like it sounds, especially the drop sounds quite a lot like their tracks. So I don't know, maybe you can find I don't know, one more like lead sound that's a bit more different sounding than their leads or something. But honestly, mate, overall, that's a super sick track you got there, David. Or Davide, I don't know, is that the
Yeah.
proper way
David,
to pronounce?
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, this was awesome. All right. Next up we have Zodiac. Well, that doesn't help at all. Come on. Oh, come on. What the heck? Google? This is mean. Oh my. While I was taking notes, I was reading the chat, and I think the chat said already all my notes, so I can go for it, I guess. But yeah, I think the idea overall is really cool, but the melody loop is super repetitive. Try to come up with a longer loop of the melody so that you can have more variations, so that it's less repetitive. Maybe try, to play with the A, B, A, C, A, B, A, B, stuff like that. But yeah, otherwise, the piano as well could definitely sound a bit better. I think it sounded quite dry as well, and maybe reduce some of the highs, put some reverb, maybe try and layer a couple pianos, or maybe check the one from Labs, soft piano. I think having like a better sound selection from the start will help. I didn't hear really like any bass, so having that nice bass line or bass sound will definitely help the drop to have more energy. And I think I was saying as well the snare build-up that you have, I think could sound better. And yeah, that was it for me right now.
Yeah, definitely some points that I agree with. First of all, what I really like about this one is the leads, the drop leads, and the melody. I think is cool. Sure, like could maybe use some more variation here and there.
Yeah.
Maybe try add some variation, maybe at the end of the eighth bar or something, to just give it a bit more um, depth, or one more thing that makes it a bit more interesting. But I really like the lead sound on the drop. I think it's very nice. It's very catchy. It's very uplifting, and it sounds nice, in my opinion. Um, yeah, what I definitely agree was the bass that you also mentioned, that like the lack of bass on the drop. I feel like if you add more sub to the drop, you can make it a bit bigger, make it a bit heavier, make the drop more impactful. Um, so maybe try give the kick a bit more bass or sub around like 50 hertz, and then the sub bass that you have, maybe raise that one a bit as well. This should also help to glue everything a bit more together, because right now I felt like the leads are sticking out a bit too much. So if you try to do that, I think you can really improve the drop mix some more. But honestly, overall, really cool demo right here. Love the drop idea with the type of, like, how do you say, filter ish
yeah.
leads. It's almost like they're talking kind of. I don't know how you say it, but I really like that type of lead. So really cool demo.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it has a lot of potential. It was cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna skip that one, guys. It's already released. Said only unreleased. That's another Alpha X. If you're in the chat, you have like a minute to send me a good link if you're here. Otherwise, I'm gonna have to skip. Is it you, not from Earth? It's so hard when you guys don't have the same names as well. No, not me. Okay, Alpha, you're not here? This is my first stream. I sent 3 tracks. Yeah, if you send 3 tracks, I'm gonna just listen one, just so that we can be fair for everyone and so that everyone can have a feedback, because there's a lot of submissions, so I want to give everyone a chance. Yeah, I'll take the first one. Alright, no Alpha, then we'll go to Rick. Oh my, guys! Well, maybe I will reopen the submissions if there's way less than 30. Yeah, but, guys, be careful when you send links for everything, even for submissions to labels or like the remix contest, like I've seen yours, like so many people send the wrong links. It's a shame.
Sometimes
I mean,
I
not
get
a shame, but like it's
me on Instagram.
Yeah.
They ask me why the labels never check my music, like on SoundCloud. I never even get
Yeah.
a stream. And then they sent me the link, and then I'm like, yo, I can't open the link.
Yeah.
The reason why the labels never listen to a track is probably because you don't send them the private link.
Yeah. Yeah, really be careful, guys. Alright, so that's Zaif's turn then. Let's go. Oh, dubstep? say overall it's really beautiful, but I think for these days it's like way too long to get started, because I feel like here at this part it was already past 1 minute, and then you kind of like reduce the energy, which like sometimes is good to do to have contrast, but I felt like here it was already so long to start that you want to start to add more stuff and give more to the listener, because otherwise they're gonna get bored. So I think that's my main thing in terms of arrangement. And for I think the drop could be really cool. Like it has already a good bass in terms of basics, not the bass. But I think it could use that, you know, screechy type lead that Future Bass has. And I think I could hear some vocal chops as well that you put. I think if you use them as one of the main elements, it always works really well in Future Bass. So I think you could play with these to make the drop more interesting. And I missed as well some of those FX fills and stuff like that, you know, in the drop. You know, when you cut the chords, you have like some effects or fills going on in the drums. Like that's one thing they do in Future Bass, which I think could add more ear candy to the drop. But yeah, that was my main notes.
Okay. Yeah, honestly, also here, generally it's a very cool demo.
Yeah.
I really like the dubstep kind of sound. It's very cool. My main feedback here is probably also that the break is too long.
Yeah.
Generally, of course, I always like it when producers are a bit more like experimental, make something that's not classic, you know, that you don't hear in too many other tracks. But here, in the middle of the break, when you dropped into this sort of hands up leads part with the melody, I thought it was too boring there, because I was kind of already expecting the drop to be there. So in the middle of the break, but then it just kept on playing, and it was too boring. If I let's say if that track was on my Spotify like randomly and I would listen to it,
Yeah.
I would have probably skipped the track
Yeah.
in the break because it was too boring for me.
Yeah.
So I would probably shorten the break a bit, maybe get rid of the lead part, and make sure you drop, or you're quicker at the drop than right now. And for the drop and also for that break beat that you have, I really liked those parts, but what I felt like was that the kick was cut, like it was jumping out a bit too much in the mix. I feel like it was too upfront and too loud compared to the other elements. So I would probably try to reduce the volume of the kick a bit. And then I would try adding a more a bigger kind of sub bass to the drop, but also to the break beat, in order to help to glue the kick a bit more with the rest. But yeah, overall it's a cool demo. I really like also the melody here, and that the drop itself is really cool. So yeah, these are like my main points for this one.
Yeah. I was gonna say, I don't know if you heard Kaigo's new song of 8 minutes, but if you're not Kaigo, you can't do it too long, unfortunately. Yeah. All right, Worry, it's your turn. I think he's in the chat. My first reaction is the same, the bass. Yeah. I knew the chat was gonna get on there. Yeah, because I mean, everything else was... Wait, let's see. This is cool. maybe a tape stop would be cool to like kind of break a little bit the repetitiveness of the melody, which kind of works, but I don't know.
Yeah, I think the melody is very cool.
Yeah.
Overall idea is really cool. It's just about getting the right balance
Yeah.
or the right amount of volume for every sound. So right now, what I felt like, of course, the bass was missing, but I don't necessarily think it's because the bass um isn't loud enough. What I think is actually the leads are too loud right now. So I will probably lower those a bit, the leads. I would also try to add more body to the leads. I feel like they're very pronounced in the higher mid area. Probably like, I don't know, 3,000 hertz to like 10k hertz. I feel like that range is a bit too harsh in the leads. So I will try to lower that a bit and then try to give your track or the drop a bit more warmth. So basically try to add more frequencies below like 600 hertz to the track in order to really glue everything together. So yeah, you try raising your bass a bit, your bass line. Also the chords, make sure they provide more of those lower mids between like 100 to 400 hertz in order to give more warmth to the drop. But yeah, I think that's it from my side. Melody is very cool right here. Again, just try to like get the right balancing here for the drop.
Yeah. All right. Nipo. I'm not sure if he's here, but.
Vibing with you, baby, put your love down, love down. Throw the dice, Bacardi on ice, 'cause we took it downtown, downtown. Vibing with you, pull up with that pain of yours. Thought that I struck a vein of yours. Yeah, I don't know what it takes to prove it to you. Too many times in love, too many times in love. I don't know what it takes to show it to you. Too many nights on the run, too many nights on the run.
I like the last drop compared to the first one.
I honestly I like both actually. I like the sort of vocal chops that he has on the
Yeah.
first drop as well.
I think they could be a bit louder though, because they're cool, but I feel like they're a bit too lost in the mix. Whereas I think it could be one of the main elements, and maybe the chords a bit less. I don't know. Maybe it's personal preference, but yeah, I would rebalance. But I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I mean, overall musically it sounds good. I like the chords that you have. Also the vocal chops are cool. I think overall it could maybe use some more sub bass here as well, especially on the drops. Just give them a bit more impact and a bit more energy. With the first break, I was missing one more interesting element. I felt like it was a bit too boring for my taste.
Yeah.
You had some type of ARP in there, but I'm not sure if the ARP or the melody that the ARP is playing is maybe good enough. Maybe you can try to play a more catchy melody with the ARP that you have, or try to maybe add another element that brings something more catchy into the break. Um, Maybe a guitar or something, or try to bring up the piano a bit more that you have in there. I think you had a piano in there. Overall, I'm also missing some more FX sounds to like glue everything a bit more together and to get the transitions right. So you could try adding some more uplifters and then some more downlifters. Maybe some more crashes here and there, especially on the drop. I think that's also something that someone in the chat suggested, adding more like crashes on the drop. So I'll try to add those sounds, or a few more of those sounds, like uplifters, downlifters, crashes, maybe also some more impacts here and there, to really get those transitions nice. So yeah, I think these are all my points for this one.
Yeah, I just had a couple other points that I noticed details, but in the beginning of the break, when the vocal starts in as well, there's a clap that was like really loud. I would just reduce it a little bit. The guitar as well, because there was a guitar, like a guitar chords here and there, which I think are really cool, but they were very boxy or muddy. Like I would clean them and maybe add some saturation, some higher frequencies so that it can fit better in the whole mix of this song. I think it would make it sound more beautiful and maybe add that nice element that you were talking, like a guitar. So yeah, there was this, and I think you said there was an art.
Cause we took, baby, put your love down many times in love.
Yeah, this ARP, I think the sound selection could be better and maybe a bit more in the back of the mix. But it is nice. It's a nice element. I would just do some modifications so it sounds better. It sounds too synthetic and, electronic. But yeah, otherwise, really cool.
Yeah, nice demo.
All right. You guys are going fast. Like, I let it open like 2 minutes. There's already 5 more. But that's okay because there's some that we skipped.
I'm just gonna grab some water real quick. I'll be back in
Sounds
10
good.
seconds.
Sounds good. In the meantime, if you guys have any questions in the chat, because I think I've missed some, you can go ahead.
Oh yes, bro.
I have no idea. Yeah, we'll call it the OBS sponsorship moment if OBS is around here. I don't know where you guys are in spots because in the summary it doesn't tell me, so I don't know. We'll just go one by one. Yeah, glad you like it. Glad we can be helpful, So yeah. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Thanks for asking. How are you guys doing?
I'm back.
All right. All right. So Tourniquet. I think the melody is cool. I would just add a little variation at the end of the loop, you know, where it like goes up or something like that, just to add a bit more variation. But otherwise, it's really cool. I don't know what you think, but I think the lead could use more highs and be more present, and the bass as well, like missing some mid bass, I think. But I'll let you talk about the mix.
I don't have too much to say here. I like the foundation for the leads. I would say
Yeah.
the layers that you picked, but I do agree with maybe they could sound a bit more interesting overall. Like the foundation is cool, the main sound that he has, but maybe try to add 1 or 2 more layers to give the leads a bit more fullness, to sort of fill up the frequency spectrum a bit more. The highest, like you already said. But yeah, that's a cool demo.
Yeah.
Definitely finish it up.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Brownie. He's been like a new discovery for me. Like all his songs are just so good. He's been releasing like every 2 weeks or something like this.
Yeah, I think I've heard his name before.
Yeah, because you've added his songs to your playlist. I think every time he's been adding them, like me too. And yeah, I don't know, just something really good about his songs overall. So yeah. There you go.
Especially the guitar and beats.
Actually, I think that's one thing as well that I've noticed with Brownie. He always put just 1 drop and then 2 at the end, which every time I want more. You know, like I want the 16 bar, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Which I guess is a good thing because it keeps you, I don't know. Can you check the second end break? You mean the second break? Interesting, I like the little, like, break here thing. it's nice. It's like surprising. Oh, hey back. It's surprising. It's good. Yeah, I don't know. I see in the chat as well. Like I don't know. I don't like the 8-bar drops. I want the 16. Like it's too good, you know. But overall it's really really good. Like the melodies, the chords, like it sounds so good. It's really beautiful. I think I know, like for my personal taste in music, that's what I love. That kind of nice emotional melodies and also really nice. Here the transition with the kick. I'm not a fan. I think it could be better. It's kind of sounding weird. I don't know. Maybe like cut some parts, like because I know we've done this with Jaco on Hold You, where instead of having the boom 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 at like the last bar, we did it like a bar before and then cut everything to then go to the next part. I don't know if it makes sense, but I feel like it would have more tension and release. The idea is cool, but I don't know. There's something. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, idea is really cool. Very nice one. I really love it, to be honest.
Yeah.
With the drop, I mean, you hear it in quite a lot of tracks recently. I think, was it Arlane who said that Martin Garrix does it quite a lot recently as well, having like only 8 bars on the first drop and then 16 bars on the second drop. Honestly, for those progressive house tracks, I'm personally not a huge fan of doing this, but I mean it's okay. So yeah, I guess it's okay. Mixing wise, I can't go like 100% into detail because of the sound quality that I receive. But I felt like the kick could use a bit more bass on the drop. It has a really nice click to it that cuts through the mix really well. But I thought it could use a bit more bass as well to give it a bit more body, a bit more energy. And then I thought maybe the mid bass is a bit too upfront already, kind of taken away a bit from the leads already because it's so loud. So maybe try to reduce the mid basses a little bit and bring up the leads just slightly. And then in the break, I thought you could improve. That's something. What she already said. You could improve the transition into the build up. So maybe try to change the pattern of the kick drum that you have, or maybe add some more automation to the kick. So what I sometimes do is I kind of automate the volume of the kick and then I actually fade it out right before the build up, like you have right here. And then maybe add a bigger impact to the start of the build up in order to make the transition a bit smoother. Maybe lower those rises a bit because they come in a bit suddenly for my taste. It's like you drop into the build up and then you have those do a bit loud for my taste. So maybe try to bring those down a bit as well. And then for the second break, I'm not quite sure because we didn't like listen to it completely, but I felt like it was a bit too aggressive already for being just the start of a second break. Could you maybe play the start of the second break again real quick?
Yeah, like there's almost everything that is already there. Yeah.
Maybe try to bring down the volume of the kick and ride a bit on that second break. Then maybe have them fade in with volume automation so that they're a bit quieter and then they get louder to make the start of the break maybe a bit more relaxed, if that makes sense. But that's already very like detailed or whatever, I don't know. But generally, it's a very cool demo. Maybe even my favorite one so far. So that's pretty much everything from my side.
I liked as well. I like when on the second part there's like something different, like they did like a break thing, where it's, you know, like it goes to like a different, like a whole different thing. I think mixing wise could be better, but the idea is really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go, because it's been a lot of time on this one. Sorry, guys. Oh, Nadav, that's your time. If he's still here. Oh, yeah.
Late at night, I bought a ticket, I had you in mind. Make me feel I'm not alone tonight. I'm on my way to your Otaka side. Oh, I can't let go of what we did and who we used to know, of where we met and how we used to love. I'm on my way to your Otaka side. Can't let go. Will you let me stay the night? Will you let me stay till the morning? Can we dance just you and I? Will you let me stay till the morning?
That was cool.
Yeah, really nice bass groove right here. Very groovy,
Yeah.
very nice energy. One thing I felt like the kick was sticking out a bit too much here for my taste, especially the top kick. I feel like it's louder, too loud compared to the bass that you have into the other elements. So maybe bring down the kick a bit, and then raise everything on the master, on your limiter, to compensate for that volume loss with the kick drum. With the break, I don't have a whole lot to say.
I just had
Yeah,
one
it's a
thing.
cool trick.
I just
Yeah.
had one thing on the break. I know you can't hear that.
I'm on my way to your Otaka side. Oh,
Maybe it's what the genre wants, but I think for me the bass is a bit too loud on that one, on that part. Over there the drops is awesome, but I felt like here it's too present, and also I feel it like too much on the sides because I'm on headphones. So I would keep it more in the center than too wide. But yeah, detail.
Okay, I unfortunately can't tell anything
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
width.
I know. Okay, wait, he wants to listen.
you open up and look me in my eyes. You tell me everything's gonna be alright. Just close your eyes and we can dance all night, every night. I can't let go of what we did and who we used to know, of where we met and how we used to love. I'm on my way to your Otaka side. Can't let go. Will you let me stay the night? Will you let me stay?
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna try and go quicker to other tracks, but yeah. Do you have anything more to say?
No, I think that's it from my side.
Yeah. Oh, Neil, that's your turn. Hopefully he's still here. the idea is cool, and yeah, I was gonna say it's the leads. The leads are too mono. They need a bit more space to be a bit more the main element. But otherwise, it's cool. Yeah, it's a good idea. I think though in the beginning, the build up, yeah, your piano can definitely use some mixing love, or yeah, it was definitely too dry, too basic in terms of the sound. And I think the snare and the leads as well in the build up are way too loud. I would filter them, play with the automation, the classic progressive house stuff. Yeah, I'll let you talk more about the drop.
Okay. Yeah, also here demo is really cool, really nice melodies,
Yeah.
very catchy. I agree with what Avinius said. I think it's also the mid bass that's probably too mono-ish in this one, because it sounds, for the thing that I'm hearing, the mid bass is very upfront. So I would probably suggest spreading out the mid bass some more and then actually reducing the volume of it, because what I feel like is the main issue right here on the drop is that the bass is a bit too muddy right now and it's too upfront. However, at the same time, the track lacks sub bass. So the problem right now is that your bass, or that your mid bass, is very upfront, and they have a lot of like 200, 300, 400 hertz that they provide, but it's too much of those frequencies. So try to bring down your mid bass a bit. This will open up the space for the leads and chords some more. Maybe also try reducing that 200 to 400 hertz air with another EQ on your mid bass bus. And then instead try to boost the sub bass more and the sub in your kick drum in order to get a bit more body in your track. So I'm talking about the range of 40, 50 to 100, 120 hertz. So I'll try to boost that area a bit. Yeah, but I think that's it. So really cool demo here. Make sure to finish it up for sure.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of potential.
Yeah, good potential, yeah. Alright. Oh, Star Live. If you're still here. Oh yeah, you should be. That's really cool. The vibes overall is really nice. I think it could be very epic.
Yeah, I really like it as well. Though the breaks have really positive kind of energy, a really positive, beautiful vibe to them. I
Inspiring,
really like.
hopeful.
Yeah, very kind of. It makes you, it inspires you, kind of, which is really cool. Really like the drop as well. The leads kind of give me some Alan Walker type
Yeah,
of vibe.
true.
But the drums are more like dubstep, if that makes
Yeah,
sense.
kind of
I
like
don't know.
cinematic almost.
Yeah, right. And I really like that. I think it
Yeah.
has really nice a mixture of different elements. So yeah, really happy with this one.
Yeah, it's cool. The only thing I'd say, maybe like in the drop, you know, like because I know like in future bass dubstep, melodic dubstep stuff like this, you know, like they go, you know, like with the hard chords, like shh, and then they have those moments where they like cut everything, and have like a little effects or something like this. I think here it would work really good because, like, just to give it a bit more groove, because I feel like the melody is quite, you know, like linear, if it makes sense. So it would just add some variation and all, just to kind of like make it a bit more epic and all. At this point, it's more like suggestions and stuff because it's really, really cool. But I feel like it would take it to the next level. Yeah, definitely drum fills is what I mean as well. Yeah. But yeah, honestly, really, really cool. That was nice.
Yeah, very nice one. Really like the creativity in this one.
Yeah. All right. I feel like the name is perfect for that song, Ambitions. That's like awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. It's
Yeah.
kind of what the
Yeah.
yeah, it really represents the vibe of the track.
Yeah, exactly. No, well done. All right. That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I really like the drop here. I think the drop was, for my taste, better than the breaks. I felt like
Yeah.
in the breaks there was a lot of stuff going on there. The chords were really loud, and then you even brought in those leads playing the melody. Thought that was a bit too much. Maybe try to bring down the volume of the chords a bit on the breaks, so that the leads have a bit more space there. That's something you could do. On the drop, really like it, but also there I felt like mixing wise there could be definitely some improvements.
Yeah.
I feel like right now the elements don't really have their own space, so I would try to separate all the elements a bit more from each other. So, you know, maybe try like I can't again, I can't really tell anything about stereo width, but maybe try like spreading out leads more than your mid bass so that you don't have those clashing. Maybe try with an EQ to bring down the frequencies in the mid bass, the ones that I covered with the leads. You know, just try to play around some more with like EQ and stereo separation stuff between the individual leads. And one more thing that I also noticed was the kick drum. It sounds a bit thin, so definitely give some more sub bass to your kick drum. That's actually something that I've noticed now in a lot of tracks here, is that the kick actually like sub. So you want to make sure that that's very, very crucial. You want to make sure that the kick has enough bass and sub, because if the kick lacks those frequencies, the whole drop will always feel a bit kind of skinny or a bit thin. So always make sure that the kick has enough bass, and then you can. I think it also makes it easier to mix everything then around the kick. If you have the right amount of bass with the kick, you can mix in the sub bass, get the right relation there, then go over to the mid bass, mix that one in, leads, etc. So that's kind of the way I do it. Yeah. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I agree as well. I think for me the main thing was, and I think someone said it the best. I think it's Arman, because I couldn't really pinpoint it, but I think the rolling bass, or like I don't know, there's something in the bass for me that wasn't doing it. Maybe because it had two higher frequencies and not the like those more aggressive mid bass that I think would work well here. Yeah. Some character
Yeah, I think
layers.
I think we can agree on that. We have a really cool idea here
Yeah.
that needs just a bit more like fine tuning here with the individual
Yeah,
elements.
exactly.
Like,
Yeah. But then otherwise you pretty much said everything. So yeah. Cool. Oh. ID and Felix. Who's ID? Very early mix. Alright, sounds good. I know that sample. Well,
oh, that was pretty nice.
yeah. Yeah. Classic good Felix vibes.
Yeah, really cool one here.
Yeah.
The break's really nice, kind of giving me some Our Symphony vibes by Manse
Yeah.
and Wild Vibes, which is cool. Obviously, try to get some vocals here as well to
Yeah.
finish up the track. But overall, I think it sounds very well produced already.
Yeah.
Maybe with the leads, I felt like they sounded a bit dry. Maybe consider putting a bit more reverb on those. But that's just like, some really tiny things here to fix. I think you
Yeah.
already got a really nice, track right here. Really nice result. Also, like mixing wise, I think it does sound good. So yeah, man, good job on that one.
I mean, also, he says idea, it's a very early mix, so I'm guessing he knows exactly what to do from there. If that's
Yeah,
an
it
early
re-
mix,
If that's an early mix, it's a very good early
Yeah,
mix.
right? So I think because, he knows how to produce, obviously, he knows all that. So I think the two things that I have is kind of like for the next level type of thing where I think like the melody is good, but I feel like you could make it even better by changing just a few notes here and there to make it even more, emotional and super catchy. But I think the main thing as well that I would say, obviously, it sounds good, but I can already know exactly all the samples that you used from the last volume packs. So I'd say maybe, I don't know, I feel like they're kind of overused at this point. So maybe to make it more original, kind of like either make your own that kind of like is in the same vibe, same style, but like change a few things, I don't know, just so that it can, just so that you can stand out from like all the other ones. But yeah.
Yeah, that's very true. I agree with that. It's when you
Yeah.
make progressive house, at least try to like use somewhat unique sounds, because what you hear in a lot of tracks is like that typical Vengeance kick drum. It's like it's from Vengeance, but then you have it in a lot of other packs as well. Like you find it in music or where not, I don't know. So maybe try to use some samples that aren't already used in a whole lot of like
Yeah.
other progressive tracks, especially with the music car samples. I think you do hear them in a lot of other tracks. So
Yeah.
maybe consider maybe using some different packs in the next track or whatever. But um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's a really cool track right here. I really like
Because I
it.
mean,
So just
at
keep
this
it up,
point,
honestly.
I feel like it's the type of producer that already knows very well how to produce, makes great songs and all, and now it's a matter of like standing out in the crowd, and I feel like not using overused samples would be the way to stand out. So yeah, it's just a little tip for that.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. All right. How many more submissions? We are at 20, so I would guess 20 left. We've been doing this an hour 15, and we have that would be perfect. So yeah. Hipson. I think Arlene, yours is in 5 submission, because I think you were number 25.
Wait a minute, babe, it's been a long time. Started simple, now we just don't get along. Why? Picture perfect and the colors kinda blurred. Running through each other, now it's looking quite absurd. So turn back, hit pause, rewind. Can we just erase it, all the words and all the lies? So dumb, so deaf, so blind. Thought that we would make it, but it's all just wasted time. Wasted time. Yeah. Wasted time. Wasted time. Yeah. Wasted time. Wait a minute.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Like,
super nice one. Very, I
drop
really like the
surprised
more
me.
future bouncy kind of approach here.
Yeah.
It's a bit more bouncy, kind of Brooks inspired, I would say. Really like it.
Yeah.
My like main feedback here is also regarding the kick drum. This you have a lot of highs in the kick drum here on this one. It's very attacky again. It has a very pronounced transient. So what I would do is I would try to control that transient. So try to bring it down a bit and then give a bit more bass to your kick here as well. Maybe also try to bring up all the drop elements around the kick drum, because what I felt like is that when you listen to the vocal on the break, it's kind of louder already than the drop elements like the leads, etc., except the kick drum. So maybe try to bring up those drop elements in order to make them a bit more balanced compared to the vocal. But the break, I really like the break. I really like the vocals that you have. I think they sound very nice. They sound also well processed, catchy as well. So yeah, I'm really happy with the breaks. Just those few things that I would fix on the drop.
Yeah, the only thing about the vocals is I've heard them already, so yeah, it's obviously good vocals because they've been being used. um, but yeah, no, agree with everything you said. I don't really have anything to say about this one. It's just fire. It was awesome. Yeah. All right. Ooh, Arvenius and Hunter Grant.
Uh-huh.
I have high expectations for that one.
Yeah.
So they didn't invite you on this one?
No.
All right. Ooh. It's original. I love that guitar pluck thing. No, overall, it's. I mean, the vibes, like the emotions, like the chord progression is insane. It's really beautiful, and yeah, I mean, it's nice because in the drop, you know, it's nice like you're trying to do something different, like with this volume cut at some point, which is nice. Yeah, otherwise, I don't have too much to say. Huh? maybe the melody. Maybe I was expecting a bit of a better melody, if I can say. But yeah, I don't know. It's so subtle, you know. What do you think?
Okay. Well, I love it. I really love the idea.
Yeah,
Very
obviously,
very
yeah.
good. It's probably my favorite one. From all submissions so far. Awesome melody, very good. I don't really think there's anything that needs to be changed about the melody. I think it's very good like that.
Yeah,
Also
personal
really
taste,
a
yeah.
big fan of that middle drop section with the bass where you made it more like
Yeah,
kind of like that. I really like that.
yeah,
This added something that. Oh, that I think this added something that makes the drop a bit more unique because
yeah.
you don't hear it in you know every other Progressiv's track. So really good job on this. Um, yeah, I really like the energy on it. Breaks are really nice. Obviously, just missing the vocal there. I felt like with this drop, it could sound a bit tighter. Um, you know, mixing wise. I can't really say what needs to be changed here. I would probably need to like check it in proper quality to like give some more comments on that. But honestly, this is super sick. Very good
Yeah.
track. Really like it. Definitely, yeah. Make sure to actually finish it up. I think you can definitely release this one on, yeah, a label for sure. Just get some really nice vocals on this one because
Yeah.
I think if you get really nice vocals for this, you have a good chance like get it
Yeah.
signed on. I don't know, maybe even Radar or something. You know, Revit Radar. Yeah, really cool track. Love it.
Yeah. All right. Not from her Earth. If you're still here, that's your turn.
I feel like I'm in a dream, 'cause nothing is as it seems. I feel like I'm in a dream, but that's where I wanna be. Throw our love in the water. Will it sink, will it swim? Throw our love in the water. If I give you a hand, give me a sign or something. I could really use it right now. Give me a sign or nothing. I'll be looking to the clouds.
Yeah. Okay. Skull is super original.
Yeah, I agree. I really like the melody here. It doesn't sound generic, I would say.
Yeah.
You know, rhythm-wise, I feel like you have some type of rhythm here for the melody as well that stands out. It's not. It doesn't really remind me of any other track right now, which is good
Yeah.
because it, you know, it shows okay, this is somewhat original, I would say. For one thing I had for the leads was there's like one lower type of layer in there that's almost like some type of mid bass sound, but used on the leads. I would probably get rid of that one, and instead I would add maybe one or two superstar type of
Yeah.
lead sounds in order to just give a bit more. I don't know even how to say. Just in order to just add something more to the leads.
Yeah. For me, it's missing highs. I was saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
probably just to like
Yeah.
add some more highs and maybe also some more width to the lead sound as well. So that's pretty much my only comment here, but I really like the idea of this one. Again, sounds very nice and also melodies is pretty original, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's nice. Yeah, the only thing I was gonna say on the drop is that it was very like bass sub muddy a little bit and missing some of those highs. And if you add those layers in the leads and all, and yeah, it'll help. But yeah, really cool, really original. Someone said this sounds like a World Cup song. That's exactly it. I felt the same. I think that's the best way to describe it. But yeah, really cool. Yeah. All right. I don't know if this person is in the chat.
Time alone you'll be on my side. I was under a spell, but I'ma be alright. You only call me when you want me, but you never even said you're sorry. I'm done thinking that you are the one, 'cause all of these emotions got me coming undone. What do you want from me? What do you want from me, huh? Why can't you let me be? Why can't you let me be, huh?
Yeah, so yeah, it is distorting a lot everywhere. I don't know if you can hear that, but me, yeah, it's distorting a lot. So be careful about that. And I think so overall, I think there you have all the elements, you have all the the instruments composition that you need, and I think it has potential. You just really need to pay attention to the mixing. Distorting being the first thing. And then I'd say sound selection on this one would definitely help. And leveling all the volumes, I guess, will take it to a better place. I don't know if you have some more like specific feedback for this one. I think it's more overall stuff.
Well, yeah, I agree with your points for sure here. At first I was like, is it maybe just Discord? But it doesn't seem to be Discord
No,
with the
yeah.
distortion. So
Yeah.
okay, yeah, how to fix that? Basically, just reduce the volume on your masters. So you could just reduce the input volume on your limiter, the
Yeah.
gain, or lower the or actually increase the threshold back up. So yeah, that's the first thing I would do here, and then mixing wise, what I'll probably do is I would add some more sub here, especially on the drum. I felt like you have the kick drum, adding a bit of bass here, but besides that, it sounds quite empty in the bass area.
Yeah.
Because it's literally just the kick right now, and there isn't really a sub bass, I would say. Maybe there is one, but it's super quiet. So try to maybe bring some more sub bass into the drop. So that would be some more like specific mixing advice here from my side. But overall, I like the idea that you have. I like the melodies, the chords. So
Yeah.
I would also say definitely go ahead and finish it for sure.
Right. 24, we have Slager. Oh, not sure. Is it getting? Okay. The other Lost Volume sample.
Sometimes I need a phone call.
right. I'll start, I guess. I mean, overall, it's really beautiful and all, like, a good Slake Slager song. I always love his songs. Overall, you know, composition, melody-wise and all. Although I think the drop is missing a lot of energy. I didn't felt this impact when it came in. So I think you need a lot of like crashes, downlifters, stuff like that. I think it was missing some like drum loops and stuff to add some energy. And I think I couldn't really hear the chords, or they were not present enough. Like and maybe the leads too much. Like there was like a balance issue, I think. And I think the kick could be more powerful. Could cut through the mix better. It was a bit weak, I think. And I think just one thing for the break, I really like the chords that you're using. It's a bit different than just like a typical piano that we would use. So that was good. But I think you need to be careful of the 300, 500 hertz section, where I think it was getting quite muddy there. But yeah, that was all my notes.
Okay. Yeah, really cool track as well. Very catchy, musically very nice.
Yeah.
You know, melodies cool, chords are cool.
Yeah.
Also the vocal is cool. I've heard it already in another track, but it's a good vocal. My main feedback here, mixing one for the drop, is I would definitely give it more bass. You were talking about the kick drum could cut more through the mix. You agree with that? So
Yeah.
maybe bring up the kick a bit more, but also bring up your sub bass some more in order to just give your drop a bit more of that impact. That's also what you said. It didn't really have a whole lot of impact. So I think if you raise your kick a bit, if you raise your sub bass a bit, I think this will already help to make the drop noticeably more impactful. Do you say that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, these are like my main things here for this track. But yeah, we really like this one as well.
Yeah. All right. I think next up that would be Arlene. Oh no, Sanso.
Maybe we can be friends, 'cause you make me feel alive. I'm running out of innocence. I'm out of my mind inside. Nobody got a hold on me like you. Eyes turning while my heart's burning for you. I'm giving all my reasons what I'm feeling for you. I'm never gonna leave it what I'm feeling for you. Maybe we can fall asleep.
All right. What do you think?
Very cool one. I really like the drop here. I like the sound selection a lot. Really cool demo. Also, my main feedback here is I would like to hear just a bit more sub bass on the drop. So I'll probably bring up maybe the kick slightly, increase the sub bass volume slightly, maybe lower the leads and mid bass just slightly as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, overall it's a
Agreed.
cool demo. It already sounds pretty good, I would say. Yeah, really like it overall.
I kind of feel like I heard that melody a little bit, but anyway, yeah, I think for me as well the main thing is like in the break build up thing, it felt like everything was kind of like how do you call it? It didn't have each element didn't have its space. You know, I would use some more EQ and stereo panning stuff to have everything being a bit more clean, because I felt like the vocals couldn't really cut through the mix and be like, you know, the main thing for the break. But yeah, just a little bit more like mixing love, and it'll be great. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
All right. Noisy sound. Stop here at the half. That is different.
I really like the drum pattern.
Yeah, I mean, it's
808, the hi-hats, the snare.
it's a really cool beat. Like overall, it's a really cool beat. The main thing for me is like that growl thing that is like too present for the whole time, because like it's a very heavy element. Instead of having repeated the whole time, I would like just have it in like the main parts maybe, or like, yeah, just play with the loops that you have to like have more variations. That's usually the best thing to do in beats. But I felt like it was very original and very like, there's a lot of things to keep you interested. And yeah, I don't know who made that though. Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, with that type, I don't even know how you say the sound at the beginning. I'm not a huge fan of that one.
Yeah.
I might even just like get rid of it completely and then replace it with another sound.
Yeah.
Maybe some type of pad in the background, you know, playing some nice chords, give some nice atmosphere to the instrumental. What you have a lot of in those like trap beats is, how do you call it? It's a Rhodes piano, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It's called something like that. You know, I'll probably get rid of the of that weird sound.
Yeah.
I don't even know how to call it. I don't really like it, how it sounds, but
The
I really like
growl,
the drum pattern that you have. The drums really nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll just try to like maybe add some pads in the background or whatever. Just
Yeah,
like
and
something
add
else.
some more atmospherical stuff, just because it felt a bit empty. It can
Yeah.
still be like very dark atmospheric elements to keep the genre and the style. But yeah, some things so that it's not so empty, but the beat rhythm was really cool as well.
Yeah.
All right. Now that's our lane. So he told me 10 times that it's empty still. So yeah, it's in the works.
pretty dope one.
Yeah, the drop is awesome. Well done. Yeah. I mean, I really like the melody. I really like the thing. I think one thing he said, the vocal R-line was supposed to start here. You said like at 32. Because I mean, the intro is really nice, but I'd say if the vocal starts here, it's too long for what people want these days. Once again, you know. But oh no, at 15. Okay, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, I mean, me on my end with the headphones, the bass was like way too loud. Maybe you couldn't hear it that much because of the sound through Discord and all. But I think your sub reese that you have in the break, and I think even the drop, was way too loud, so I would reduce it a little bit. I loved as well the lead up that you have to the drop, like those last little high piano notes. I think were super original. I think maybe a touch more reverb, or you know, like, because they were maybe a bit too dry, especially, you know, leading up to the drop. It's always nice to have a bit more reverb or stuff like that. So yeah, that. And I think I was missing some drum fills and drum loops in the drums of the drop. And yeah, that was my main notes.
I agree with those drum fills on the drop. I mean, obviously, he told us several times it's not
Yeah.
full yet.
Yeah.
But I mean, we're just giving you our feedback, so
Yeah,
I'll
yeah.
probably add some more fills to the drop. You know, where between, like, in the middle of the drop or right before the drop, maybe add, you know, one of those snares, or it doesn't even have to be a snare. It could also be like just some type of FX sounds, whiteness thing, or whatever. Maybe a clap with a lot of reverb, or some type of sub drop, just to like add something there. Or on the drop, maybe add some of those clap FX fills that you hear in a lot of drops. Yeah, on the break, I think you sort of have two guitar groups, or like two different sounding guitars. That's at least how it sounded to me. There's one guitar that has some type of phaser or filter on it. I think this one could be raised a bit, so just make it shine a bit more, because I feel like it's hiding a bit in the background. So maybe you can bring that one up a bit. But overall, here I really like the arrangement, the chords, melody, the sounds you have. Really like those. So yeah, mate, definitely finish up the track.
Yeah.
A lot of potential.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah. There's debate on drum fills here. Oh, Charles Sebastian. I don't know if he's here in the chat. Drum fills are overused, but they're so necessary. Alright. I'll let you go ahead for that one.
Yeah, I really like the melody here.
Yeah.
It's not too generic, I would say. It's
Yeah.
catchy. I really like it. Got a nice, energetic vibe to it. Um, my only comment here is I felt like on the vocal there's a bit too much tune. Um, it felt a bit unnatural at some
I am feeling the
point.
same. There's something with the vocals compared to the instrumental that I don't know, feel off almost. Maybe it's too
Mm.
much tuning. I don't know. Yeah, I can't pinpoint it, but I feel like they're off in a way.
Yeah, I kind of agree.
Yeah.
I'm not, if I'm like 100% honest, I'm not too sure about the vocals.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it's maybe just the processing with the tune. It could be. I'm not sure. Maybe try lowering that type of auto tune that you have. I don't know, and then see if that improves it. What you can do is if there's maybe some like words that are a bit out of pitch, you could actually. I'm not sure what I use, but what I do is in FL Studio you have the what is it called? New tone, I think, and then you can
Yeah.
manually pitch every single word. And then you could just grab those words that are maybe off pitch, pitch them manually, and then this usually sounds a bit more natural than just throwing like an auto-tune effect on the vocal and having this one affect the whole thing. Um, yeah, that's kind of my feedback there, but it's like the instrumental is very cool. Really like the melody. So yeah, really cool one.
Yeah, I think there was just one thing for me. I think the leads in the drop came in like way too loud. Like the difference between the two was like a very high difference. So I would just reduce them a little bit. I think maybe a touch of reverb because I felt like they were a bit too dry. But yeah, otherwise that was the only thing. The main thing, yeah, was that vocal, but I can't pinpoint it, to be honest. Same as you. Yeah, otherwise the idea is really, really cool. Alright, Denixon. Denixon, are you here in the chat? If you're here, send it. Otherwise, I'll skip for now. Oh, that person we already have. So I think that was that one. Okay. So Luxa, that's your turn. Okay, I think it's the same, so we can stop now. I mean, I'm not familiar with the genre. So I don't know, right now I'd say that it's, yeah, ambient music, so I'm guessing it's supposed, in a way, to be quite repetitive. I would, yeah, so it's hard to give feedback. Yeah, overall, otherwise, mixing-wise, I'd say cleaning a bit the 300, 500 frequencies would help. Maybe adding some sub-reese over there for some bass. I don't know, it's a bit tough to give feedback. What do you think?
I like the general approach of this one, being a bit more experimental, I would say.
Yeah.
I really like having those reverse drums. Oh, I'm not sure what it actually is. Yeah, those reverse drum sounds in there, I think They make for a really interesting vibe in this one. Um, this is something that I could see being used maybe in the background for like a video or something.
Yeah.
You know, where you have someone talking and you just use it to like have something in the background of your video. Um, kind of my only comment pretty much here is with that synth pad or whatever it is in the background. It sounds a bit harsh, like it has some harsh resonance. Here on Discord, how I'm hearing it, it's actually already distorting. I'm not sure if it's actually distorting. So I would try to find those frequencies that are very loud. So you could literally just use span, put it on your pad or on the master, then see what frequencies are really loud in the pad, and then I will drag those down. To just get rid of that resonance that you have in there. But overall, it's kind of cool. I mean, again, I could see this like being used like in the background for some
Yeah.
videos or whatever, like live streams or that type of stuff.
Yeah. Totally. Drop is nice.
Yeah, really cool. For my taste, the melody in this one is slightly too complicated. Um, I'm not sure exactly
I,
what it is. Maybe the rhythm that
yeah,
makes it
I think
a bit
there's
too
one note that
complicated.
is off. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, it could be like that one note in there that
Yeah.
kind of makes the rhythm a bit too complicated. So maybe you can like change the timing of like one of those notes to just get a bit more of a fluent vibe that's easier to follow when you listen to it for the first time, because that's now what I found is like I was just listening to it for the first time and I found it a bit hard to follow the melody. Um, I like the sound selection. I really like the sounds. One thing I noticed here was there was a lot of like 100 hertz bass. So I would maybe bring down the bass line, maybe also with an EQ those 100 hertz a bit. It's instead I would maybe give the sub bass around like 50 hertz a little bit of a boost. And I would also give the kick drum a sub bass boost. In fact, the kick sounded a bit thin as well. Um, but yeah, that's my feedback.
Yeah, because I thought like the drop. I think the drop surprised me because I thought it was way more well produced than the breakdown intro. Because I know like I was saying first, my note was that the lead sound design in the break could be way better and have a bit more reverb as well because it was dry. but then in the drop it was awesome. Yeah. Also, if you want to have the leads straight into the intro, I think it's cool to like hint at people that there's gonna be that lead that is like super cool. But I think I'd filter it to like just not give it all already, but just to like tease the listener. So yeah, I would just do that. And I think that was it. Yeah. All right. Annie, I think that's Annie's music in the chat. So that's your turn. Yeah. Okay, I'll stop it here. That was cool.
Yeah, I really like this one as well. I really like the steps here on the break. Really provide a lot of energy. Kind of creates a mysterious, more darker vibe, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, really cool. Maybe what I thought, not quite sure, but maybe the transition from build up into the drop could maybe be improved a little, because I don't think you have the drop leads implemented anywhere before the drop, so it's kind of like, okay, now where did that lead sound come from? That's kind of what I thought a bit, but yeah, I think overall it's a good demo.
Yeah, I was gonna say the same. Yeah, the lead to the drop from the build up, I think, could have a bit more, tension or build up, to it. And then I mean, it's really cool. I feel like maybe to add a bit more ear candy and stuff, you could add like some more FX samples, some drum fills here and there, like putting some variation in the ARP as well, maybe an octave change, or stuff like that. Because for music like this, which is, it's like, it is repetitive like this, but to add those little ear candy here and there really helps make it not so repetitive and more interesting. But it's already super cool. Yeah, it's just little ideas. But yeah. All right, Rain. That's your turn. That's not. Once again, if the person is in the chat, don't hesitate to send a link. But for now, I'm gonna go to the next ones. All right. me of the melody.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, I just thought it was missing. I mean, the beginning was nice and all, but I felt like in the build-up it lost chords and bass, which so then it made the build-up very thin. And I think same in the drop. I think it misses those mids chords for the energy and all. Then I'll let you go more in details for the mixing.
Okay. Yeah, first of all, I like the melody. I think it's very cool on the drop. My main things right here are, first of all, you have this guitar cashmere ambient sample in the break. And this one, you need to, I would change the pitch of it. It doesn't really fit into the break right now. I'll probably pitch it down by a few semitones. Then what I felt is the transitions can be improved. So like you said in the build up, it's like the snares are very dominant, but then behind the snares, the sounds are sort of disappearing too much in the build up. So it's kind of like you almost only got the snare rolls and then nothing really besides that, except like some FX sounds. So I would try to bring or keep the bass, maybe chords or whatever from the breaks in a bit more in the during the build up, or maybe fade in already some of the drop sounds, so that the snares are less dominant. And then also maybe try adding like another impact or something, so just make that transition a bit smoother. Then I also felt like this down riser that you have, down lifter, is a bit too loud, and I would probably also change the pitch of this one. Kind of felt a bit off, like pitch wise. Then on the drop, mixing wise, the leads are kind of dominant right now as well. So I would, yeah, also try boosting maybe the bass a bit as well as the chords in order to give it more of that body that it's missing right now, to make the leads less dominant. Um, of course, a vocal would be nice as well for the
Yeah.
breaks, but I think that's pretty much it.
Yeah. Alright, arriving to the end. Did we get this person already? I think we did. Just gonna check the profile.
My camera just died.
Yeah, we had that person already. Can you use the webcam or something, or?
Wait, give me 5 seconds.
Yeah, you're welcome, Diego. Okay, just a little.
You can continue with the next one. I can hear it.
Alright, sounds good. Oh, Ampere, that's your turn. I think you're still here. Up. Alright, let's go.
Feel like I'm afraid to say how I feel, to know I let you down. 'Cause
I
late
really like the
nights
vocal here.
turn to
Super
days.
beautiful.
Don't wanna let you down.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm afraid to say how I feel, to know I let you down. 'Cause late nights turn to days. Don't wanna let you down. I don't want half of your heart, heart, heart. You can have it back.
That's nice.
Really like it. I really like I call them futuristic type of leads. I don't know.
Yeah, no, actually, it makes it makes a lot of sense.
And they're really cool. I really like those.
I just put like maybe a bit more reverb. I know it's kind of like the style of it, but I feel like because this song is more like in a dreamy vibe. I don't know, that's how I call it. I feel like maybe with a bit more reverb it would fit a bit better in the song, but maybe it's a personal preference. So, yeah.
Yeah, you could try maybe bring in some more reverb for the leads or something. Well, actually, something I just noticed, I like switched to the audio of the stream right now when we listen to the track, and there's actually much. When I listen to the audio from the stream, I actually hear much more bass than through Discord. So
Okay, that's good to know.
Yeah.
For the next ones, yeah.
Yeah. But what I felt like here was maybe the kick is a bit too dominant, a bit too. Yeah, I'm probably too loud, I would say. Maybe bring the kick down a little bit. Maybe the leads as well, to have kick and leads a bit less dominant overall, because I feel like those two sounds they're kind of loud right now, but too loud compared to the other elements. So maybe this can make everything more balanced, and then you could try bring up the volume on your master a bit more. Obviously, then also here add some vocals, and then you have really cool track right there. I really like those kind of futuristic type of like Timo Hendrix type of leads. I really like those.
Yeah, speaking of volume, I felt like, actually, you can see it here, there's a way too big difference in terms of volume, so maybe just control that. Because it was too much of a difference. And I thought as well, I mean, the vocals are really nice, but I felt like since the break part and the build up, they were getting lost quite a lot. I think there was this ARP that was quite loud, so I would just rebalance it a little bit so that we can still hear the vocals, because they're really beautiful, but we were really losing them in this part here. So yeah, that was my note.
They're actually vocal in this track.
Yeah.
I kind of forgot there were vocals in the track.
Well, you actually just said, like, when you came back with your camera, you said nice vocals.
Oh, yeah. I think I'm getting a bit tired right now.
Yeah, it's been 2 hours we're doing this, so yeah. Yeah, I think there's just one more. But yeah, so nice vocals, but they were getting lost as well, so maybe that's why you couldn't hear them properly as well, because they started really well, but then we were really losing them, so I would readapt that. Yeah. Oh, actually, he had one question, because he's one of the last one. Let's just listen. Orchestral loop in the second break.
Each breath we give away, somebody who won't ever ease the pain, but I don't want half of your heart. You can have it back.
Actually, in this part, that's the kick that I would remove. I would keep the orchestral drum loops because they're awesome, and maybe bring in the kick later. Just replying to his question in the chat. I don't know what you think, but yeah.
Sounds good to me, to be honest. I like the cinematic drum loop.
Yeah, they're awesome. Yeah. Okay, two more. Naki Mine, that's your turn. Thanks for hanging out so long too. For your turn, sorry. Woo!
Your voice, such a beautiful
sounding noise. And I know this love, it's strangely what I've been dreaming of. I don't need to wave my hands to get you. I'll be the brightest one that lights up your room. I could be dead wrong, but we both know I'm right. 'Cause I'm chasing you in your dreams late at night. I see your light, dead light. You were hiding your past.
Nice. That was awesome. I really like those vibes.
Yeah, really cool one. Honestly, I can with this one. It's a very nice one.
Yeah.
I can hear a lot of my own sounds actually. So it was probably
That's
I
true,
don't
yeah,
know
in the
if
leads, yeah.
it was made from one of my FLPs or if it's just like if s- if he like just took the sample for it. The kick drum is actually my kick drum that I use in my tracks. I had that
That's
one
crazy
in
you can
one of
notice
my
it.
yeah, I had that one in one of my FLPs, and I usually take it out when I like give it out, but I forgot that in that one FLP, so
They
I
found
kind of leaked it there
the Severman kick.
unintentionally. Yeah, so yeah, that's actually the kick drum that I use in this track. Also like some of the FX clap sounds and stuff, but generally it's a really cool track, man. I really like it.
Yeah.
I think the vocals are probably from uh what's his name?
I know, maybe they said
Max
it in the chat.
Max Landry, I
Yeah,
think it is.
yeah.
Max Landry. Yeah, really like his vocals as well. Only thing I noticed there was processing wise, I felt like was a bit too much reverb on the vocal.
Yeah, especially in the
So
build-up. It was getting lost.
yeah, I would
Yeah.
probably reduce that a bit. Yeah, it's like someone saying it in the chat. It's the better than her kick actually. That's how it's called. I also like the claps
Oh,
and
yeah.
like that's the one that I use. So what I would recommend is maybe change some of the sounds to make it less like my sounds, of course. Um, but yeah, it's a cool track. Yeah, really like it.
Yeah, just me. I mean, I'm guessing maybe it's personal preference. I don't know, but in the very beginning, I don't know if the vocals are coming this way or if you process them this way, but with this big delay thing, I think the idea is cool, but the execution of the delay could be better. Like maybe more, a high cut with reverb so that it's more subtle, I guess, and a bit more reverb in this part, not the rest, but in this part, just so it can fit with the vibe, like the dreamy vibe, a bit better. Maybe it's a personal preference. I don't know what you thought, but I don't know. It kind of threw me off when I listened to the song starting, and I was like, it kind of like caught my ear a little bit. So I don't know. And yeah, those vocals being lost in the build-up, and I was saying I think the piano could be a bit softer. I think it was sometimes a bit harsh on some chords, but this is like small details. Yeah, I know the vocals it already exists, but I know sometimes if a vocal exists, the producer can like chop it up, put some parts there and there, and do some stuff like that. So that's why I was
Okay.
I was saying that. But yeah.
Okay, I thought it's actually original vocals from Max Langier.
Yeah. Yeah. Personal preference, I guess. Alright, last one, I guess. And that's gonna be perfect timing.
You have seen me as I am. You have found me lost and damned. You have watched me come undone. Still, you gently take my hand. One step, two steps, and we cross the line. I'll hold your heart, you'll hold mine. I might not be smooth around the edges. I might be just a little bruised. When my fears they shatter on the pavement, my shards of glass reflect your light.
The piano rhythm's cool.
Yeah, I really like it. Also,
Yeah.
the notes being played, really cool. Has a really nice,
Yeah.
beautiful type of vibe. I really like it.
Yeah, I think this person did the vocals as well, which is admirable. Yeah. I didn't know what to say too much. Let's see.
Your heart, you'll hold mine. I might not be.
Yeah, I think I would feel like there's maybe a bit too much reverb everywhere. But what do you think?
On the vocals, you mean?
No, pretty much on everything. It feels very washed a little bit.
Could be. I didn't like. I I just listened to this one with this that I can't really tell. I could only tell when I like listened to it through a stream, but I didn't do it for this one.
Yeah.
I can't really say anything about that, but generally I like the instrumental. I mean, obviously he's saying like vocals need to be re-recorded and stuff.
Yeah.
So, but I do like the instrumental that you have. Again, nice chords, very beautiful atmosphere. Like this one sounds a lot like Kygo to me,
Yeah.
so maybe you can like try to bring in something different to make it a bit more original. I don't I don't really have an idea what,
Yeah.
but yeah, maybe try like one element or something, or one part in the drop in the track, maybe later in the second break or something that kind of adds a bit more originality to it. But yeah, it's a cool demo. I really like the melody and chords. Sound very beautiful.
Yeah, there's a good idea here. I think with more production and development, it'll be really really good. Yeah. All right, I think that's it, and that's just 10:30. I mean, 2 hours and 30 minutes for you.
Nice.
Yeah. So yeah, I think we're gonna stop it here because I think we both need to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in the live. Thank you for sending. Hope our feedback can be helpful. Sorry we can't do too much more. It's already 40 demos, so yeah.
Yeah, thanks a lot also for having me. Really appreciate.
Yeah, thank you for coming onto the channel. I know people were really excited. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Really enjoy giving feedback to the demos. Thanks guys for sending those in. Really appreciate it.
There was a
So,
good
I guess
good
that's it.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely has a few good ones today.
Yeah. All right. Bye guys. Thank you so much, and see you next time or tomorrow for me with a new video.
Bye bye.
Bye.